All right, welcome guys. If you're just coming in, this is the 4:30 introductory performance seminar on April 7th. So this is for our LS1, late stage 1, early stage 2 students. Quick note, just let's make sure that we turn on original sound. Make sure you have original sound on.
Excuse me. What if you don't even have original sound?
Well, technically, as of now, if everyone's Zoom is updated, no matter whether you're on a phone or on a super deluxe amazing computer, you have original sound.
Actually, I'm on an iPad and I can't find that.
So it'll be under more. If you go under more, you're going to select it on the options for an iPad, and you have to set it the sound to wide spectrum.
Oh,
Yeah, wide spectrum, and it'll allow you to when you swipe down, you press more. I mean, you press swipe down, and in the upper right hand corner, it'll be like standard voice isolation. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna get started in just a moment here. I'm just setting up. We are live now. All right, we got a lot of performers today, so we got to get started. 5 performers today for class. Let's save that. And who's here today? Advik, welcome. Anjali, welcome. Bruce is here, welcome. Rena, musicality question mark, is here. And Nandana is here. Okay, we got a full house. Let's get started. My name is Mr. Julian. I'm going to be hosting everyone today. We're going to get started with the first piece, which is going to be novella in just a second. But before we do, I just want to explain how the format goes. Most of you guys know how this works. The first half of class, all of you will play. We'll have very little commentary. The second half of class, we will all go through each other's pieces. It'll be like a workshop, and we'll all read through each other's pieces to learn a single skill that connects all of your pieces today. All right, let's take a look. So I'm going to pass it over to, who's this playing here? This is Bruce. So Bruce, if you can turn on your camera, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you.
okay.
Thank you. Let me spotlight you. And then if you could introduce yourself and your piece that you're playing.
Okay, my name is Bruce and I'm playing novella. Can I start?
Yeah, the floor is all yours. All right, let's give him a round of applause. Great job, Bruce. This is a really beautiful piece, and it has a lot of good qualities to it, and you're bringing out most of them. You did a really good job today on the read. It's a very accurate reading. So we'll talk about the skill of the day later on. We're going to move forward now. Let's move forward. So next up is Mr. Advik. Oh, I love this piece. This is like one of my favorite pieces. Aurora Borealis for the method books. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you, Mr. Advik. And you're having your, as everyone noticed, if you can notice, he has his Aurora Borealis for Aurora Borealis. if you know what I mean. Okay.
I'm Advik and I'm going to be playing Aurora Borealis.
All right, very nice. Such a beautiful piece. Every time I hear this piece, I'm actually working on it right now with a student, and she's really playing it well, and you're also playing it awesome. This is a really great performance. We'll talk about all the beautiful things that you were doing later, but we're going to move forward for now. So great job on a really excellent performance of this very expressive piece about the Northern Lights, which you so cleverly have in your background right now. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's move forward. We're going to come back to you in just a moment. We're going to pass it over to Nandana. So let's replace Spotlight here. Okay, Miss Nandana, you can already announce yourself and your piece whenever you're ready.
I'm Nandana and I'm going to be playing Rage Over a Lost Penny.
All right, big round of applause. This is a fun piece. This is one of the more fun pieces in the method books towards the end. This is really great that you're playing this. We're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff. This is going to match our theme of the day. So I'm excited about it. Big round of applause for Nandana. Great job. All right. And then we're going to pass it over to, oh, I got all these people. Anjali. That's all of my Kaizeners. Welcome, guys. Anjali, I'm going to pass it over to you. If you can just turn on your screen, let me just spotlight you. Give me 1 second. Replace spotlight. And Anjali, you can go ahead and introduce yourself and your piece.
Hi, I'm Anjali and I'm going to be playing Round Dance.
Okay, round of applause for Anjali. Very nice. So great to see you start and finish a piece. And you just started this piece not so long ago. I just remember when you started it. So well done. Nice performance. And last but not least, Rena, I've seen you each of your last performance seminars, so I'm looking forward to hearing you today. If you can just turn on your screen so I can spotlight you while you play. Rena, whenever you're ready, if you can turn on your, unmute yourself and then turn on your screen so I can, you there? There you go.
Yes,
Thanks so
ma'am.
much, Rena. Awesome.
All right.
All right, whenever you're ready, we got another Aurora Borealis. Perfect. 2 in 1 day. All right. Big round of applause for Rena. Great. I can hear this piece again. If anyone else wants to play it today, I'm happy to hear it a third time. Okay. Very beautiful performance. So emotional. Every single time I hear you play, you're getting more connected with the music. You're getting more emotional. And we can all feel that. So it was really cool to hear that. Really nice performance. Let me go ahead and let's get the second half of class started. You guys timed it exactly right. We're about to start the second half. So the second half is going to be a very similar to like a workshop. Okay. So what we're going to do in the second half here is we're going to start going through a specific skill or tool for the day. And the skill of the day is going to be a little bit broad, but I think you guys will follow just fine. The skill of the day, let me put it nice and large, is going to be called, and I want you guys to define this for me, articulation. Oh my goodness, that's a big word. What does that mean? Anybody can answer. Advik.
It means like staccato or legato. It's to strengthen or gradually play the notes.
Okay, you're getting very close. Let's build this out as a team. So all of us, let's work together. So Advik gave us a couple of things really valuable. He already gave us a few articulations. He said staccato and legato, but you can have more. It's just to kind of strengthen the notes. What else can we have? Who else can contribute to this definition? What else is articulation? Let's get Rena, go for it.
There is a slur.
Okay.
And
Yeah. So a
there's-
slur, yeah.
There's
Sure.
and also there is diminuendo.
Yeah, we got some musicality people up in here, right? So this is yeah, diminuendo, that's a dynamic. So that's a little bit in a different category. But I like that you're trying to bring back some musicality terms. That's really cool. More importantly, let's get to the core definition of what articulation is. So for me, the way I always like to define articulation is how the notes are pronounced. That's it. I try to simplify it as simple as possible, right? So you mentioned legato, you mentioned a slur, the staccato, it could be tenuto, accent, all of these things. But all of these are how we pronounce the notes, meaning like Advik said, is it going to be a short note? So for example, in Nadana's piece, she had a bunch of short staccato notes. In Advik's and Rena's piece, they had a lot of legato. So the first thing I want each of you guys to do, we're about to go through everyone's piece. Go look at your piece for a second, because I'm gonna ask you when I get to your piece. What is the general articulation throughout? Is it generally detached, like staccato? Is it generally legato, has pedal, legato slurs and stuff like that? Is it somewhere in between? Do you see something in between? So take a look at that. I want you guys to take about 30 seconds to look at your own piece, pull up your piece, and check out what you see in there. And then I'm going to ask you when we get there. Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds now, and then we're going to start over from Bruce in a second. Just take another 10, 15 seconds. Really think about what you're going to say about your piece. What's the articulation? How are the notes pronounced? Okay. All right. That was it. Now,
Okay.
Bruce, what did you think your piece was?
It's kind of legato with the pedal a little bit. I just didn't include in the pedal because I forgot it. It was legato kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's exactly one of the things we're going to talk about in your area, is that I wish you could connect it more, because it does have that pedal and it'll make the whole thing sound a lot more lyrical.
Oh.
Now, I want to ask a very difficult question for all of you guys, because I want you to think at this high level. It's not easy to think at this level, but let's see if we can pull ourselves up to this level of thinking. Why does articulation matter? Like, why do we need to pronounce the notes a certain way? Why can't we just do the opposite of what's written? So why does articulation, Advik?
It's because it's to put more color and different sounds and differentiate the music from others.
Yeah, you're getting really close. You're getting really close. He's saying all these really great things. Thank you so much for sharing those ideas. One way to think about it, guys, I think this is how I would think about it if I were you. This is the simplest way I like to put it, is that music has a message, right? So just like math has a message, just like, you know, if you read it in English, like a book in English, it has a message. Music has a message. And so when we listen to Advik's piece, when we listen to Nandana's piece, when we listen to Bruce's piece, they each had Anjali's piece, Reena's piece, they all have messages, right? They all have messages. So you want to think about that. And if we play the wrong articulation, you're going to give the wrong message. So let's take a look, for example, at this in this piece. So this is Bruce's piece. Let me play the opening for you guys. And I want you to notice, if we play it legato in the opening, it gives you a certain message or a certain feeling of the music. What if I change it to staccato? It changes the whole piece. I play the same exact notes. I play the same rhythm. I added in a small ornamentation, but I changed the articulation. And the message changed. The character of the music changed. So can you guys describe version 1 and version 2? I'm gonna play it one more time. Think about your answer. Let's get some, maybe, Abik, I'll call you in just a second. Let's try Nandana. You've been doing so good, Abik. Go ahead.
It's like the first one more long and staccato, and the second one is shorter, so staccato.
But more importantly, what was the message? That how did the character change, Advik?
The first one with legato sounds like a calming music, whereas the second one, staccato, felt like a river splashing.
Great. And you guys can imagine whatever you want. I want you also to try Bruce's piece. So I'm going to highlight this first small section. I want all of you guys to try it. So just try it for a couple minutes, minute or so, and then we'll share it. And don't worry, Rena, I see your message. So we'll go to you guys next. All right, Bruce, can you show us the two versions since this is your piece? Let's hear you play this piece both legato one time, and then Bruce, if you can play it staccato the next time to show the
Sure.
two different characters.
Sure. But do I just play like the first line in legato and then after in staccato?
Yeah, not even the first line, just this little blue box I got here, the blue little square here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. And then let's go ahead and play it now with a staccato version. Yeah, great. Let's hear one more person. Rena, you want to give this a try since you're gonna finish just at 5 here with us.
Okay. Just give me a second.
Yeah, version 1, version 2. Mhm. And then version 2, the short, crispy version.
Give me a second.
Great. Thank you for trying that. This is great for you guys for your sight reading. Let's move forward. So now we'll be doing Advik and Rena's piece. So for Advik and Rena's piece, again, and each of you guys can answer in your own way. I'll let Advik go first. What do you think the overall articulation is?
More like legato and diminuendo.
Yeah, so the diminuendo will be more towards the dynamics, but absolutely on the legato side. And there's an even fancier word. If you want to use it, it would be really appropriate. You could say legatissimo.
Legatissimo.
What does that mean? Yeah, it means extremely legato. Like just like you say
Extreme.
fortissimo. Yeah, exactly. And the
Pianissimo.
evidence is, here's your evidence. Just like your northern lights in your background is kind of like blurring from one to the next. That's the same thing here. So you have espressivo, which is very expressive. The pedal is blurring from one bar to the next. All of these are very connected. So the articulation here is to create this very dreamy space. I want all of you guys to try it. And again, we're going to do the same exercise. Let's just do the opening. And the opening for you guys will be here. Don't forget the C sharp if you're reading it. And I want everybody to try it. So the opening would be. Versus. Changes the whole character. It's like a new piece. It's a new piece. I want all of you guys to try it. Keep in mind the F sharp in the right hand and the C sharp in the left. And I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to try Rena and Advik's piece. And then we'll hear from Rena in a second. All right, Rena, do you want to show us your A-B version, your legatissimo and then staccatissimo version?
Sure. Sorry, that pedal. And then the staccatissimo, I think. Sorry.
Awesome job. And Advik, you want to share yours too, since it's also your piece?
All right. Legatissimo. Staccatissimo.
Awesome. And then Anjali, I wanted to ask you, what's your opinion on how that changed the music's message?
Well, the first time it really sounded like the piece, like how it portrayed like the Northern Lights or well,
Exactly.
but the
And
second
then,
time it
yeah.
kind of like changed it.
Yeah, it sounded kind of quirky or like robotic and fun, but like not necessarily good or bad. It reminded me of kind of like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, bouncy and fun. Let's take a look at Nadana's piece here. And if you guys look at, again, if you look at the opening, the very opening is all staccato, all of it, right? So we've got either non-legato on the half notes because they have to be, or staccato. And if you listen, versus if you did something like this, I'm going to change it up a little bit more. It changes the character. Same notes. I made it the left hand a little bit fancier. If you did the all the exact version. And Donna, why don't you show us the two versions here? And try it with your pedal. If you have a pedal, do you have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can add pedal to give it a shot. Yeah, so not only does it amplify it, makes it louder, but also makes it more connected, more lyrical. Just for time's sake, I want to make sure we get through everybody. So let's go take a look at Anjali's, and this is the last piece, and we'll close that exactly on time today. Anjali's piece is very bright and happy, and it's almost all legato, right? Anjali, how would you describe your piece as far as the character?
Well, I thought that I didn't really get like a very clear message about what it was trying to say, but I thought that maybe it had something to do with like the style of dancing because of the name, because I've heard of the kind of style of dancing like round dancing. So maybe this was like kind of like a song that you would play if you were dancing like that.
I see. Yeah, it does have both minor and major moments, so I can understand the confusion around the character. But in general, it's upbeat, right? It's an upbeat piece.
Yeah.
But if you change it to staccato, you get. It becomes very angular. Sounds kind of like Bach, or sounds kind of I don't know, I'm not really sure how to describe that. I want you just to show us, Anjali, see if you can play just the first line, first legato, and then staccato, and we'll close out the class here.
Okay, so for the legato thing, should I use the pedal or should I just?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then the staccato version. Nice. Okay, that was a very explicit staccato. I appreciate it. That was fun. Okay, so to close out the class, everybody, I want to remind you guys of how important articulation is. Articulation is how we pronounce the notes. Sure, there's a variety of articulations, and those articulations create the message. So be careful when you're learning to make sure you define those articulations because it's going to really affect the message that you give in your music, whatever the message may be. All right. I hope you guys have a good one. I'm Mr. Julian, and you guys are all set. Have a great rest of your Friday. Take care.
Thank you.